guys, we have a big breaking news coming out. President Donald Trump just dropped another bombshell statement. Says here, Cricket Joe, Mayorkas, and so-called border czar Kamala Harris really screwed our country by letting anyone and everyone come in totally unchecked and unvetted. All right, so President Donald Trump just posted this today, November 30th, 2025. And he's still very upset. Not only Donald, but the American people are furious. What happened? It was on a Wednesday before Thanksgiving. 2 National Guards in D.C. that were hit by an Afghan man. All right, so one of the National Guard, she passed away. My condolences and prayers goes out to the families and friends that lost their loved ones. Now, President Donald Trump is blaming Joe Biden because Joe allowed these people to come into our country. Actually, Joe sent planes from Afghan to the U.S. I guess he brought over 100,000 people, if I'm not mistaken. So Donald is saying this is Joe's fault. He brought these people here into this country, and he stopped the construction of the southern border in 2021, and he let 20 plus million come into our country. Now, is our country safe? No. We are seeing a lot of stuff. Yesterday, Fox News dropped a bombshell news that they arrested another Afghan man. All right, so this person, he was on TikTok live, and he was saying all these things that he's planning to build a bomb and this and that and take out innocents. I mean, he just put that thing online, and the FBI, they got him really quick. So another Afghan, which, by the way, came into the U.S. under Joe Biden. So we're going to see what's going on here. For those of you that don't know who's Mayorkas, he was the Department of Homeland Security Secretary. He was the one that was in charge of who comes in and who goes out. Border czar was Kamala Harris. I never knew the woman was a border czar. Nobody talked about it. So it was a really confusing administration. Nobody knew what they were doing, and it was all messed up. I mean, go figure. There was AutoPen just signing executive orders. All right, guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, Lord Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19. Number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. And for those of you that want to help and support this channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the comments box and also description box. Your support is what keeps us on air. Thank you so much for that, guys. I really appreciate it. Hey, for the Cash App, thank you so much for your support. I got another cup of coffee every morning. I get one. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Okay, so I want to bring this one up. This story was Thanksgiving, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I was not posting videos on Thanksgiving, spending time with the family and stuff like that. But Donald was really furious with a lot of reporters and a lot of people, because reporters asking him, why are you blaming Joe? And so Donald came out and said, what is wrong with you? You are a news journalist. You should know why I'm blaming Joe. He's the one that brought these people in, and you got the nerve to ask me why I'm blaming Joe? And so it says here, President Donald Trump asked a White House reporter if she was a... Here's the thing, guys. I think a lot of people's not going to agree with me. I can understand. But I think that was kind of a rude by the U.S. president. I can understand, guys. The reporter deserves, all that type of stuff. But here's the thing, Trump needs to be more humbled. Another better response. All right. So it says here, Donald said, you are a you-know-what person. On Thursday, when she pressed him about the suspected murderer of the U.S. National Guard member, Sarah Beckstrom. Now, you have CBS News White House correspondent Nancy confronted the U.S. president with reports that the suspect in the shooting of Beckstrom and Staff Sergeant Andrew on Wednesday was vetted by the FBI and Department of Homeland Security before being allowed into the country from Afghan. Now, she then asks, why is the president accused former Joe Biden of letting the suspect in with no vetting? This is really sad. Even I know that this was Joe's fault. All right. Again, this happened back in August 2021. All right. Joe Biden is like, okay, we're bringing the troops back home. Afghan, you guys are on your own. And here comes the Taliban. The Taliban is taking over. And so Joe is bringing everybody, like all the military, the soldiers. 13 Marines passed. And my condolences and prayer. The way Joe did it, I mean, he didn't know what he was doing. All right. But there were a lot of people begging us, please don't leave us in the hands of the Taliban. But Joe is like, hey, we've been there for so many years. We have to leave. We have to leave. So they brought the Marines and stuff like that. At the same time, Joe brought a whole bunch of people. So it was those U.S. military planes, and you could feel a lot of people in there. He jammed those planes with a lot of people. Most of them, male, military age. All right, and he left behind a lot of U.S. citizens, and they were stuck there. They were stuck because the Taliban took over. On top of that, Joe left a whole bunch of military equipment, Humvees, tanks. I mean, there was a whole bunch of stuff he left out there worth billions of dollars, brand new. He left it. Black Hawk helicopters. When we left, the Taliban started, showing off our weapons and helicopters. They were like, just, hey, America, we got your stuff, which is pretty wrong what Joe did there. Your DOJ IG just reported this year that there was thorough vetting by Department of Homeland Security and by the FBI of these Afghans who were brought into the U.S. So why do you blame Biden administration, she asked. Because they let him in, Donald said. They let him in. They, meaning Joe, let them in. Are you know what? Are you a you know what person? The president fired back because they came in on a plane along with thousands of other people that shouldn't be here. Are you just asking questions because you're a you know what person? Again, when Donna said that, the people in the room was like, whoa. So here's the picture, right? So Donald just looking at her and say, woman, you got to be the you know what person in the world to be asking that question. And she knows that she knows that Joe Biden brought these people in. She knows it. You got to understand, guys, these are the system news media that, again, they say these things. It's not because they're reporting news. It's because it's their job to kind of piss off the president, I guess. So they've been doing that since day one, and Donna has to deal with them. President Donald spars with CBS News chief White House correspondent Nancy about the U.S. National Guard suspect. So the exchange came a day after authorities say a 29-year-old Afghan hit Sarah and, again, Wolf just blocks from the White House in what officials called a targeted attack. Here's the thing, guys. I believe that this is also sleeper cells stuff. I mean, because we've seen, again, next day later, we've seen another Afghan is putting out these messages about taking out innocents. So what are your thoughts on this one here, guys? All right. So, again, it says here, Wolf is still fighting for his life. All right. Sarah, again, she passed away, but Wolf is still fighting for his life. The president said Thursday after announcing Sarah's passing. And my condolences and prayers. Now, the president accused the previous administration of allowing certain individuals into the country without proper vetting during the U.S. withdrawal. So here's the thing, guys. They let anyone in. They didn't even check their backgrounds. And back in 2021, you know what was happening in 2021? For those of you, again, that forgot. In 2021, Joe was forcing the Americans to take the shot. The C-19, that lockdown stuff. He was forcing everyone, and he was telling all the companies, if your employers does not take the shot, fire them on the spot. You know how many police officers in New York were let go? Many of them, they surrendered their badge and they came to Florida, they came to Texas, they moved and say, you know what, I can't deal with you Democrats. We out of here. How many militaries has, been forced to take that shot? Even Kyrie Irving, he was the Brooklyn Nets player back then, in New York. They were forcing everyone. Kyrie Irving is like, hey, I'm not taking that. And what happened? He got suspended from the NBA. He lost a massive contract of millions of dollars with Nike. I mean, it was a really bad year under Joe. All right. But the millions that came into our country, they didn't get no shot. They got no shot. They just came in. And what was given to them? Food stamp, Section 8, brand new apartment. They were even given jobs at Amazon or these warehouses, making $20 an hour. I don't forget these things. And one thing I tell you guys, I did mention that letting these people in, we're gonna see something it's gonna be worse than what happened in New York 2001. What we are seeing right now, it's the tip of the iceberg. And I agree with Donald. This is Joe's fault. But it goes way before Joe. I mean, the border has been an issue for decades. They should have shut that thing down ever since what happened in New York 2001. But no! They just want to continue bringing more people in. And we're going to see something that's going to be a lot worse. Look, keep your eyes open. Always be aware of your surrounding. We're living in dark times. And they're giving this country to foreigners. I mean, we are seeing a new mayor in New York, Mamdani. Yeah, that's only the tip of the iceberg, guys. All right, share, like, subscribe. Thank you so much for your support. The link, the rest of the article will be in the description box. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Till next time later. Peace.